I'm a full-time parent. Like, it's a lot going on with your boy, you know what I'm saying? So it is a blessing just to come in front of you guys and kick it and chop it. We didn't have this when I was in college, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I graduated almost 10 years ago. And we didn't have artists that was up and coming to speak with us. Jacquees is actually the first artist that I booked when I was on the yard. We brought him to my university back in 2016. We did a concert, and he actually was like, you know, he came and did something similar like this. So, you know, just wanted to just give you guys a little bit about what's going on with me.
Exactly. Can I point something out? When he walked in the door, did he not bring the confidence in the room with him? Mm-hmm. Right? It was filled with confidence. He didn't get up here and speak scared, no none of that. He don't know none of y'all. He came in, he spoke with confidence. He came and owned the room. Ain't that what I just got done talking about before he came in here? What's something that he mentioned about his business? Because we wouldn't know he ran a business and he had a hair business, a beauty salon, until he said it properly, right? This girl came in the room, I asked, I said, who are you? She's talking, she's like, she was very here instead of being here. I asked them what they want to do before the 2024. I said, oh, I want to make at least 2,000 on my website. I said, what your business is? I asked you what your name was when you came in the store, this, that, and other. She wrote it down. So I'm not singling you out, but I'm teaching you something right now because we belittle ourselves too much. We put ourselves down here. You see how you just asked me, oh, what you do? I done traveled the world. I grew up in Europe. I done seen things people dream of seeing. But I go see these things because can't nobody tell me something there, and I don't know it. Anybody can tell me anything, but I go to make sure I can see that, and I believe that, and I stand on that, and I know, and I can touch and feel that. You get what I'm saying? All right, bet. Anybody, open the floor for some questions. I want y'all to also post on social media. Make sure y'all tag Nick. Okay? Social media, let's get it popping, y'all. We here. Y'all want to continuously have people come through, right? This how you get it popping, right?
I'm small, big, so it's only gonna get bigger.
There we go. We just got done talking about the belittling. But come on.
So it's the
we
reason
not
why,
little.
the reason why I say I always come humble. That's just what it is. At the end of the day, we could pop ourselves all day. At the end of the day, I want it to be received in a way that you guys can really internalize it. I don't want to be the guy to come in here and just be telling you all myself because I really come from a real struggle. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I don't know if y'all know where that said no about it or anything heard about it, but it's like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been shot at. I've been in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it a buck.
No, and that's what we need.
I love being this person. I don't change anything. I love being authentic. Like I don't got it all together, and I'm still figuring stuff out. And you will too. I love coming to these universities. I love going back to my university, my alma mater, and kicking with my chapter. Like when I was on the yard, it was no iotas. You know what I mean? When I first came to college, the only thing that I was interested in was Kappa and Q. It was the only two things that I was even interested in, and I rock with them, and I got much respect to all the frats. But what I wanted to do for iota was I wanted to change the narrative of what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure across the country, I get all the time, you know, iota ain't really doing it back in these universities. So it is what it is. But I started, like, I got my chapter cracking, and it's so promising. Like, we're the largest chapter in our school. You know what I'm saying? Right now, and it be stuff like that takes one person. There's somebody in this room that's going to be that one person that's going to start an organization, that's going to start a business, that's going to be booming, just opportunities flourishing out the gate. I see you guys again or something.
Yes, I'm sorry. Being that we are in media, we are always told to enter a room with confidence. I wanted to ask you, did you always have this confidence, and if not, where did you get it from?
To be completely honest, just I don't know. I want to say I was born like it.
Okay.
Because of the simple fact that I've never shied away from the spotlight. I never shied away from just, you know, being unapologetic about who I am and standing on business. Even as a kid, I did talent shows, not for, like, I wasn't even trying to do music. This was something that really came so far-fetched, but it was destiny. I was doing talent shows when I was in the 5th grade. And the stuff, if you guys check my Instagram out, the stuff that you see that I'm doing on stage was stuff that I was doing at a smaller scale, and I would say you. And it's crazy because like I look back at a lot of that stuff and I'm like, where did this come from? You know, I always wanted to be center of attention, class clown, stuff like that. And it just translated over well. So I think for me, my story and my situation has kind of been embedded in me. My parents definitely got to get them major props. My mom is so confident, so such a strong woman, and my dad the same way. There's some overly confident individuals. So you don't have no room to be shy in my household. We cracking jokes, you know what I'm saying? We talk this shit, it's gonna be what's gonna be, so you gotta be on point.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
In what ways have you overcame adversity?
Oh Lord, man. Shoot, when have I not? So hold on, you wanna know, like you said, in what ways? Obviously stay and pray God. You know, that's number one. You gotta put God first before whatever, no matter what you're doing. Even you on the wrong side or the good side, you still want God in your hands. So, for me, just overcoming adversity and obstacles, I've just found ways to just make stuff happen. The mindset for me is wanting more than they don't want you to have it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have enemies, and if you don't have enemies, you're not really doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me being 100. At the end of the day, I always felt like what's destined for us is gonna be for us. You know, and it's just up to you to go get it. You're going to run to obstacles. That's just life. That's just the narrative. And how you cope with it is just, that's going to be geared towards, your personality and stuff like that. I handle stuff different than a lot of individuals. I don't let a lot of stuff get to me because I know at the end of the day, we can't control life for the most part. A lot of stuff is already premeditated. It's just how we gravitate and navigate through it for the most part.
So, with you having like all of these businesses and all of these things that you have going on the side and being a full-time father, performing, how do you juggle like, I guess all of the stresses that come with those factors?
My favorite question. I get that all the time. It all ties in, even like she said, with adversity, finding balance. I put myself in these situations, and this is something that I want. It's nothing against working a traditional job. I don't like to say the word 9 to 5 because it don't always be like that. I just knew I didn't want to work for anyone. I always knew I wanted to work for myself, and I tried everything. I worked corporate jobs, I worked in banking, I've been all over. And when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to just being an entrepreneur, it's more so, I create my own schedule. I create my own balance. I created all that. So it's like, you're gonna chase these millions and you're gonna get to the bag and you wanna get success and create generational wealth, it's gonna require sacrifice. So, the mother of my children, they understand that this is the sacrifice that I have to make right now at this very moment because I have the ability to change everyone's life. So once you understand the bigger picture and you get people around you that's understanding the bigger picture as well, everyone typically falls in line. Now, in certain circumstances, you're gonna have issues and you're gonna have problems and obstacles. At the end of the day, it goes back to what I said earlier. It's all about navigating everything and getting everybody in one accord. I seen somebody.
I was about to say somebody else had a question right here.
I want to introduce myself first. My
There you
name
go.
is Kayla. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a management information systems major. And my question for you is that what is something that you wish you would have known around our age? I'm 19, but what is some advice that you wish somebody would have gave you to prepare you for the life that you're living right now?
Number one, for me, it's credit. That's the biggest thing. And I wish I could just talk to you about that alone. Credit and financial literacy is the biggest. Being mindful and just being understanding. All right, so we're talking 19. I'm 32. You know what I'm saying? I'm not so weird is it. So I'm 14, 13, years older. And generation was just different back then. The times were different back then. Cost of living was different back then. So it is so imperative. Like now, I tell anyone that I talk to, it don't matter what age, because I deal with anybody from 16 when you can actually start building credit all the way to 50. People who haven't really done the credit and just building. So that's one of the biggest things, guys. Like knowing where you are with your credit, knowing your goals, knowing where you want to be. Because at your age, by the time you're 25, like with certain stuff that I provide, like as far as programs with my credit company and stuff like that, I can get people funding $500,000 by 25 because of just the way that we structure stuff. And I wish I knew this stuff. At my age, back then, my credit score was so crazy. And it's like, I just remember getting a lot of stuff and I'm thinking in my head, damn, I could have got X, Y, and Z. And then now, as I get older, I'm looking back, it's like, damn, if I knew what I knew back then. Also, as far as being a college student, something I think is very imperative, because I'm in entertainment and I did events, finding ways to get allocations at the university, nonprofit organizations, things that you guys could definitely look into. If anyone's in here, like you said, you're in a business, if you want to start a business, start your business early on, building that traction, building your business credit, building your profile structure and stuff like that. Those are a lot of like things that I wish I would have did, because I'm doing it now, and we're talking 10 years later, and it's like, damn, I would have started early, and I would have been on point, you know. Probably would have been a little bit different situation. I was gonna get to the bag regardless of but that's, you know, that's that.
I know some people create like vision boards at the end of the year to like signify the new person that they want to be in the new year. What are some things that you do to change your mindset for the new year?
I don't do the vision board, you know what I'm saying, but that's something that I'm not, you know, opposed to doing. I'm more so, my phone is my $1 million bag. That's all. I stay on my phone, notes, I share notes. I did this recently with my team, like, I literally sent them, I plan out my year, about a month. I said, okay, this is what I want to do around this time. It is tentative. I just want to make sure that I'm putting myself, at least I throw it out there, and then I share with individuals. That's another thing. You're gonna have people around you, family members, friends, somebody right now in this room that you cool with that's not gonna be rocking with the ideas. It's not that they don't like what you're talking about. They're just not mentally there yet to understand the goals and where they're trying to go. So sometimes people will frown upon some of the stuff that you got going on. And I make sure I share my stuff with my team, because I know the people that I got around me are well rounded. And I know there may be somebody that it may not just be in tune with what I got going on in full capacity, but in the same breath, I think that's something that I recently started doing. Just share my ideas with people that I believe that's on the same vibe and stuff like that. Because now, when you put it out there, you got other individuals that can probably, you know, put something on it, add to it, or be able to help you and assist.
When you first started out, what was your like original goal, and at the point you are now in your life, do you feel like you've reached that goal, or do you have like a different goal?
The goalposts change every day, because it's like, I don't know, it's just like it's human nature. Like, we all have goals, we all will have goals, and at the end of the day, once you accomplish certain goals or you get closer to a goal, now it unravels something else. It's like an ongoing movie. You start off here and you get this done. Now you say, okay, well, if I did this, I want to branch off that. I do feel like somebody typically can look at me and be like, all right, cool. After explaining everything I have going on, seeing all the things I have, you know, moving and shaking, somebody would consider me a successful individual, you know, especially in my family, from where I'm from. A lot of people be like, all right, that's considered success. But success, it really, you know, it changes based on who the individual is. Having goals, it all changes. It fluctuates so much because it just, you know, we all have different things that we want. So, like, I believe that, yes, I have accomplished a lot of goals. What I started out to do, I definitely surpassed that. But there's so much more to grow and so much more to learn for myself. And that's why I feel like the goals continue to grow. The goalposts keep getting moved, because, all right, cool. I was going in this direction, you know, once I got here, now this is a whole nother world. You know, you open up more doors, and now more opportunities come, and now you're more intrigued to figure out, I want to do more now. So, yeah. I think it's,
Oh, please. Okay, my name is Maria Fair. I'm a health major, but I also do photography. So I want to know, how do you like get your name out there? How did you get your name out there? Because right now I'm struggling to like get people to notice me, you know, and like notice my work.
no, I definitely get it.
Thank you for being vulnerable and saying that where you need help.
It's real.
The lack thereof. So you see this group of people in here? There's no reason that everybody shouldn't be following her before we leave out of here. Just putting that out there.
That's a fact. so many different ways. Compared to what I did in the beginning when I first started, I didn't have all the resources you guys have now. Social media is at the next level. There's so many ads, there's so many opportunities. It started right here though, like she said, within this classroom, letting people know, going around campus, taking pictures, going to some of the events on your campus and just getting content and building your portfolio up and meeting people like me who can provide an opportunity for you to shoot at our show tonight. Exactly.
Hey, I'm free tonight.
We just need that.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the type of stuff we like to do because at the end of the day, if I'm in full control of something and I have the opportunity to give an opportunity to another individual, because we have artists that are performing, that are opening up on the tour that may not be able to pay the full fee to perform, but they had, whatever they had, we work with. There's been situations where, like even for myself, like I'm a different animal when it comes to this because I care about it so much, you're not gonna stop me. I'm going to go get it. If it's an opportunity, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm so tapped in with so many people in the industry as far as artists, and I give flowers and I show love to everybody. And a lot of times it's not reciprocated, but I don't move like that. It is what it is because I know that long as I'm putting out great energy, it's coming back one way or the other. You know what I mean? And that's how you can really, really get it cracking because you can literally just be putting out good energy, keep shooting, keep taking photos, doing videos, switching up your content, building relationships with different organizations on campus, and shooting that stuff, and building your portfolio up and stuff like that, because that's where it starts. Where it don't cost you any money, that's where it starts. And if you want to get into a bigger bag and you want to get deeper into it, you're gonna probably want to, I guess, increase your equipment or something, or you want to get better with your editing, take your classes and stuff like that. But it all starts with you, and it just starts with how bad you really want it.
So was there ever a time in your life where you felt like things weren't working out, or like, it was like hard to get to where you wanted to be? And if so, it's like, how did you keep the confidence to keep going?
Every day, man. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like every day it's an issue. Every day it's a conflict. Like I said, I'm different. I find ways to I just find ways to navigate through it. Like I said, everyone's situation is different. The way I cope with things, I always look at the end goal. You cannot lose focus of where you're trying to go. And a lot of times we fall short because we end up getting confused, or we end up getting, thrown off because of something that's happening. For example, we had a show, and I think it was San Diego, and the time kept going over, and I was getting frustrated. And me being an artist and being over the whole tour, it's a lot because I have to get mentally prepared just to perform, but it's so hard to stay in that element when stuff is not going right on the show. So it's affecting me mentally and emotionally, and then I try to keep it together. And I just, I have a good team around me that holds me down and make sure that I'm on point and make sure that, I'm able to stay focused. So, having a good team definitely is very imperative in that situation as well.
It's me.
Okay.
I didn't introduce myself before. My name is Saya. I go by Loudmouth on campus. I'm a host. I'm a DJ. Hey y'all. I wanted to ask you. I wrote it down. This is a long question. I'm sorry. I'm a very confident person, and being that I've been in these kind of rooms with industry people, they try to humble us in a way. They try to tell us your personality too big, or you come in a room with too much you know what I'm saying? But we hungry. We eager to show people what we get and what we got going on. So how do you not cross that line of being so full of yourself, but I know what I bring to the table. I know my talents. I know my skills. What's the balance between the two?
That's me right now. That's because it's that's how I feel that people treat me. Because the industry is so it's so fake. It's so it's just too. Like I said, I come from real gutter type shit. So it's when I get into that when I start being into them doors, it's almost like my energy and my personality, it definitely rubs people the wrong way because of me being confident and me not needing. I don't like shit. I'll go get it. You ain't gonna let me through this, I'll come through. You know what I mean? So that's really how I be feeling. But you can't, don't dumb down you.
Hello.
It is what it
Hello.
is.
Don't
Because
do that like it.
that's what make you you. You feel me? This what makes me me. I'm like, people say, y'all gonna see on your own, so I'm just keeping it being like, what I do on stage, a lot of artists don't do that. You know what I mean? A lot of artists feel like, oh, I'm too cool for that. And I watch artists that I look up to musically, and I look at how their shows are, and I say, okay, cool. Like, if you too cool to do it, I'm not. I get in there, I interact with my fans. I don't be having a bunch of DMs. I like to respond to my fans. I like to give tickets away. I like to really interact. I like to be with the people because I know what it's like. I'm a consumer as well. So the thing is, you have to be able to identify with both sides. You can't always think like, all right, well, I'm on this side. I got my bag. I ain't gonna help nobody, or I'm gonna make it hard for you. No, I gotta do that because what you do ain't gonna affect me. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do what I do the way I do it, and I can't do what you do the way you do it.
I'll just look,
I think I seen somebody.
It was a hand somewhere over here.
Rich bar.
Right, go ahead. You see, I like how y'all dropping that now. You know that? But that confidence has changed up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Look, let her get it together.
Okay, my name is Brooklyn, aka Rich Bar, and I have two bars.
Rich Bar.
Yeah.
The other mine is Rich Bar for the girls and Get Rich Taylor for the boys. And okay, I'm gonna tell you what I struggle with first, and then I'm gonna ask you my question. So I tend to struggle with and get discouraged with my close people. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. So close people and my family, they don't support as much, but it's outsiders, they support me more. So my question is to you, how did you deal with that? Because I tend to sometimes I just want to throw the towel with this because the closest people not supporting. But since I moved to Texas, I think now I'm more confident because I have friends around me and people around me that when I walk in, my friends are like, this Rich Bar, this my brand. And they're constantly wearing my brand. So yeah, I just want to ask you, how did you do that?
I'm telling you right now, your biggest consumer is anything in life is going to be from a stranger. The person that's going to buy the most from you, the person that's going to indulge in anything that you got is going to be a stranger. It goes back, I think somebody asked me a question earlier. It's people, and it's sad, because I'm going to be honest with you, I used to go through it. I still go through it. I'm talking about family members who never, my father, my stepfather, he's never been to a show, you know what I'm saying? And it used to bother me because it's damn, dude, you right here. And my mom, she's very supportive, you know what I mean? She at every show, and I give her free tickets and she'll still pay, and she won't even tell me. But it's you're gonna have family members, you're gonna have close friends who are just not there yet. They're not meant to, it's not that they don't want to support you, it's almost like people sometimes, they can't see you for the development and the growth that you've already accomplished. They can't see past that, and it's sad, you know what I mean? But you personally, you can't get discouraged because it is what it is. At the end of the day, you gotta stay on course of your path because I could do the same thing, could have gave up. Every time my family members didn't come to them shows, them showcases where I needed them, and some of these places that you need all the support you can to win the showcase. I didn't have it, and there was times that I wanted to give up. You know what I'm saying? I can even say, and humbly and vulnerably, I can say there was times where I legit cried because I didn't have the support from my family and my friends that I thought I should, and it made me really, really feel like, damn, it's crazy. I got a wild story, bro. This really what changed my whole life. I had it get deep. I got pulled over at Michigan State University to pick my brother up. Pulled over. I had a CPL, but my CPL got suspended. I didn't know. I had bought a brand new gun. I had just moved back from Atlanta to Detroit, and Detroit just be on that. So I'm like, shit, I gotta get on point. Right. And at the end of the day, brand new gun in the box, but it was out the box technically in my book bag. So I got pulled over by the state police. State police ran my license. It was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You got a gun on you, you know what I'm saying? We gotta run everything. They did take me to jail because they seen that the gun was purchased, I had a receipt for it, and they seen that I had a gun license, but the license was suspended. They seen when it was suspended, so they gave me a pass. They let me go, they took the gun, and they just said they're gonna turn it over to the state. If the DA pick it up, they'll pick it up. Right. So that day, that was just, I ended up doing a show that night. The next day because if I went to jail that day, I would not have been able to go to the show the day after. I went to a show in Baltimore, Maryland. And this is in my bio, this is in all my interviews, people can look it up and fact check it. Somebody sent me a flyer to go do a showcase in Baltimore, Maryland. It was 94 artists across the whole DMV. I've never even been to Baltimore. We drove from Detroit, which is 8 hours in the middle of the winter. And, you feel me? So, in a Charger. So, So, but on my way to that show, I legit prayed. I said, God, listen, I'm going to an unfamiliar territory. I know nobody know me here. I know for a fact it's not going to be biased. Let me, even if I don't win the showcase, just let me go here and see where I stand, see where I measure against the rest of the artists in the world or in the country. Just being like, strictly like it ain't no bias. So I get to the contest. As soon as we get in there, girl tell us, she said, this shit rigged. They already know who the winner gonna be. Y'all drove all the way from Detroit for this. The contest is like $1,000, a radio interview, and like a free video. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna still get some fans. I'm gonna still network. I'm gonna still do my thing. Feel me? Like, yeah, that's all I'm on that. Yeah. So I get to performing. I get past the first round. You feel me? So then, all right, cool. Hold up. Then we get to the second round. It gets steep. So I was like, all right, cool. I make it past the second round. I can't make this shit. I get to the final round. It's 3 people left out of 95 artists. It's me and 2 dudes. One dude from North Carolina and this group from Atlanta. So the judges was like, you know what? We gonna go ahead and we gonna split the money between all 3 of y'all. We're gonna give one of y'all radio interview and this. So listen, I was cool with it because at the end of the day, this is more than what I asked for. You feel me?
Okay.
You know what I mean? This all I'm cool with this. I felt like, damn, this is good for me because it's like, all right, cool. Like I'm really seeing like, all right, this is different. You know what I mean? I know nobody know me, so it ain't biased. So the one dude from North Carolina was like, no, I don't want to do no split. It's all or nothing for me. I drove too far. So I'm sick as hell because I'm thinking like, he got people in the fans and all that stuff. So they said, we're gonna go to the crowd and let the crowd pick. Yeah. When I tell y'all the whole crowd picked me to win that shit, I said, this is a true story. Like, it really happened like that. And that right there was the moment that I never look back for this music. I never did anything else outside of music from just that day alone. And I say that to say this, like, sometimes you gotta jump out on a leap of faith. Sometimes you gotta just get into that bag and stand on business and do not worry about the outsiders. Just go forward. You know what I mean? Don't look back. And before you know it, you're gonna have one of the biggest brands. You're gonna have one of the biggest products. So I had to. That was dope. Yeah, real shit.
Congrats with that.
Thank you.
We'll take like 2 more questions because we're coming up on, so then we can get some pictures and, interaction and drops or whatever y'all need.
Hi, I'm Joy. I'm the president of Influence and I'm a radio station host. I was wondering, I know that you mentioned that, you just gonna like take it and just, cause you weren't expecting to get there. How do you determine whether you just gonna put your foot on the gas and just let up? Because, you know what I'm saying? You just said that, you aren't expecting to get there, so you're just gonna take what you got. Sometimes there'll be times where like, no, like I won't go, you know what I'm saying? So how do you, I guess,
The balance
know
of being
when
home.
to do that, when to press your foot on the gas?
It's a good question. Ultimately, it comes down, like I said, it's like an intuition thing. It's a faith. Just knowing, like I know everybody is so big on the algorithm, but that's real. Like algorithm in life in general, it's momentum for yourself. You're figuring out, like, you know when something is working for you and it's time to like move off of it or it's time to elevate. I think that's one of the things that I was really good at is trying to figure out when the right time to move off stuff. But sometimes it can hurt you in the end too, or not in the end, but it can hurt you sometimes because it can be a situation where you get into something too long. And that's big. We gotta know when, or we gotta feel it. We gotta know when to move off something, or when it's time to elevate or grow and stuff like that. And I think with me, I just nonstop. I'm always looking to like monopolize on something I'm already doing, just to keep